Whether you operate a private fleet or use a dedicated carrier, the goal is the same: optimizing tours for the most efficient final mile. BluJay Fleet Management provides the tools and transportation intelligence you need to make optimal use of your trucks and drivers. Fleet management functionality is integrated within the transportation management system, allowing load planners to essentially view your fleet as a network carrier, all while using the same workflow for dedicated and for hire carriers. As such, one of the first steps in using fleet management is entering all your data associated with your fleet: vehicles, trailers, and drivers. Here, we'll manage our vehicles by assigning numbers, VIN, domicile, and other important information. We'll do the same for trailers, including the all-important capacity. And let's not forget our drivers, our most important asset. Driver profiles will help us in asset planning, as you'll see later in this demo. Private fleets are typically used for round-trip tours with virtually no empty miles. These tours can be managed by assigning loads in the same fashion you do a for-hire carrier. Dynamic tours, however, run the risk of empty miles and often require ongoing planning and optimization. These tours are ideal for fleet management. As you can see here, this is a weekly tour contract, which can be assigned fixed or variable rates, including a minimal charge if desired. Rating can be assigned at the tour, vehicle, or cost group level, or any combination. You can set an optional accessorial profile that assures all your costs are covered, regardless of the miles or activities associated with a tour. Allocation of costs across all tours provides visibility and the actual cost of private fleet use. Tours are planned using the same workflow as you do for hire carriers. If you have static routes with defined days and times for pickup and delivery, you can create these via our Scheduled Routes functionality. The system will find orders that match the route details you define and build the loads automatically. The loads are then ready for tendering. You will build your other loads and tours using the TPT, the same planning tool used to plan for hire and dedicated carrier TL, IM, and LTL loads. At this point, you may want to run optimization using Opt3 to be presented with the optimal solution. Opt3 considers fleet, dedicated, and for-hire carriers to build the optimal tour. The carrier mode selection is based on a combination of capacity and cost. This optimization looks good, so we'll save the load to pending status. You can execute these loads similar to for-hire carrier workflow. However, in order to capture any empty miles, you will need to create a tour. We'll now have the menu option to create tours when right-clicking on the single or multiple loads. When we assign these to a new tour, the load turns purple and it is now populated with a tour ID, load sequence, and tour status. Right-click on the loads associated with the tour and you'll see additional options such as generating a tour report, modifying the tour data, resequencing the tour, which dynamically changes load times, counseling, or routing the tour to your carrier. The tour is now executable. After the load is accepted, Fleet Management can also assign fleet drivers to the loads via manual process or via driver assignment optimization. The optimization engine considers mileage, proximity to pickup, hours of service, and calendar events to determine driver eligibility. Most often, you'll simply route the tour, tendering it to your carrier, at which point the rate will be assigned based on the previously mentioned tour contract. Tender acceptance is typically automatic for fleet carriers. For carriers equipped with telematics, load, and SOP, details will be sent down to the vehicle's onboard computer at the time of acceptance. The TMS Carrier mobile website also provides this functionality, along with the ability to upload and associate documents to the load. All of the loads in the tour can be viewed on the transportation map. This visually graphs the location of the driver vehicle based on the most recent details of the check call, actual dates, or if using telematics, the near real-time GPS data. In return, the telematics provider will communicate back in real time actual arrival and departure details. This can be stored in the TMS. The Fleet Console is a great resource to refer to when you are ready to assign a driver to a tour. It provides visibility to all of your drivers, vehicles, trailers, planned activities, loads, countering events, CDL physical examination dates, etc. in a central location. Driver details such as contact information, hours of service, last known location, and load activity can be accessed as well. Driver messaging is available in a telematics integration with instant messaging to the onboard computer. The driver calendar gives you the ability to create and maintain your driver's time off, and this information can be used to effectively plan your resources by providing visibility to their current and future availability. Because tours may be composed of fleet and for-hire carriers, invoices may need to be processed. WebSettle settlement function automatically processes invoice and charges that match agreed rates. These transactions may involve both non-payment and payment closure. Either way, the cost group is transferred to WebSettle and processed in the normal fashion. Users can, at any time, develop the data fleet performance to demonstrate the fleet's importance to your success, on-time deliveries, loading time, cost to serve, and other critical KPIs for intelligent transportation decisions. This concludes our brief demonstration of fleet management functionality. Your BluJay representative will be happy to dive deeper into the capabilities of fleet management and answer any questions you may have. Look us up at www.blujaysolutions.com or give us a call.